Let's all put our hands together as I invite, of course, the son to Madam Catherine. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Martin Kasavoli. Let's appreciate him as he comes forth, ladies and gentlemen. We can do better, we can do better, we can do better, we can do better. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Walinipatia nisome hii, mimi nilikuja na yangu. Oh, they sent you. Good luck. Good afternoon all. Now, look at this one. You don't have a suit. My mother is very clear about dressing properly. Okay. So, I have my trusted helpers. You knew as Catherine, I knew as Mum, and for 40-some years of my life, we came to become best friends. One of the things that she always wanted me to do was to go into television and broadcasting. And it was, I know this is her way of telling me, utafanya tendataka, because I'm in front of TV screens and there's all kind of media, which is one of the things I always shied away from and never wanted to do. My job was always to be Mom's bodyguard as I got older, and I got to understand that Mummy is Catherine Kasavuli. And before, it was just the radio playing in the background, and I would hear her voice. The maid would tell her, yeah, leo alikuwa nakuongelesha kwa radio. You know, lawyers and radios, we keep mixing into this thing. And on that note, for those who know me, I'm sure some of you are wondering, what is he doing? My mom and I formed a very special bond from, I think, the day I was born. We were always laughing with each other. And that's why I really want to thank the MC for giving her the kind of tribute and send-off and the congregation that I admired and I would have wished for her, laughter. Even when we didn't have much, even when she was struggling to educate me, we always had laughter. In the home, with friends, when she would come to school. My second mother, Dr. Sheila Wamahio, was reminding me of a race my mother and I had in Riara Primary School, where it became quite competitive, and a mother was actually quite happy to beat their child in a school race. And you know, that kind of toughened me up, and you know, I took her on for the next one. So that's the kind of relationship we had. It was jovial, joking, and I got to know a lot of the people that she knew as well. And you know, the journey with Mom, she always, as I'm getting all these tributes, she was proud of me, but I liked her to keep it quiet. I did not want her to talk about me. So one of the first fights we had, you know, we call them fights, but we had disagreements, is please don't put my name in the newspaper when you're being interviewed, and kindly don't put my picture. She says, but how do they know I have a child? I said, well, get a picture from somebody else, I don't know, you know? And she, as much as she wanted me to follow in her footsteps, the reason why I got scared is because the shoes to fill were too huge and they were daunting for me. And I was like, I can never be as good as you in what you do. So I went and I did law, and then somehow she had her way and found me in Radio Africa doing commercial advertising. Then I went into advertising proper for 15 years. And then recently when she really got unwell and I'd started a new job, I visited her in the hospital and she says, Mom, Martin, what are you doing now? I said, well, I'm in security. She said, hey, things are that bad, umekuwa watchman. I said, no, Mom, I'm in virtual security, and actually, you know, we're doing quite good things. He said, oh, so, okay, that brown coat is not your kabuti? I said, no, it's cold outside. So anyway, so that was our relationship. She was very prayerful. She took care of me. She educated me. She made me laugh. She played with the neighborhood kids, and they used to say, you have the coolest mom out there. She would come and play shake with us. She introduced me to people whom I didn't know I should have been in reverence of, I just thought, Mom's friends. Then I started seeing Mom's friends on TV. I'm like, oh, okay. Then Mom's friends are doing this. And then I started, coming into it. But she was always humble. There wasn't an air about her. And one of the things that she really tried to instill in me was humility. And on the part of humility, I am very humbled by Kenya. You really have taken care of your daughter. You really have taken care of your friend, your colleague. At the time that the news came out, Mom didn't know she had cancer. So my job was to steal her phone. And Mom likes to go onto YouTube, watch something religious, something entertaining. And actually, the last thing that I remember showing her on YouTube was, Samir, you're ruining the car. You're going to ruin the car. You know, the rally one where the guy is going. And she was laughing, and that's what she wanted. And we got to spend a bit of time. Some of it was difficult on the bad days. And on that, I just want to encourage, I'm not going to say Kenyans, I actually want to speak to sons and men out there. Please take an active role in the women in your lives as far as cancer screening is concerned. Okay? Gentlemen, please, if you're a son, start understanding what the signs are and how often regular checkups are important, and also about treatment. It shouldn't, she's my mom, so of course I'm there to take care of her, feed her, but also having the knowledge and taking early steps is very key and crucial. So I just want to encourage you all, if there's a legacy that I would like Mom to leave, other than her profession and everything else she's done, is just to get men to take an active role in women as far as cancer is concerned. Please, gentlemen, step up to the plate. It is our time. To the honored guests and dignitaries, I cannot say thank you enough. To CS Ababu, I was very nervous when that picture was about to go out, and you gave me the opportunity. And one of the things that I can't remember who it was said, son, either allow us to help your mother or get out of the way. And I said, okay. So they said, this is what we need to do. And I realized I was still being my mom's bodyguard, being very protective. I didn't want, to take away her privacy, because many of you have little bits. Trust me, the only person who knows the full story is here. And I'll tell you this, she was the most humble of people, most conservative, beauty and glamour aside. Speaking of beauty, ladies, on Instagram, a shop is starting where I'm going to be selling Mom's beauty secrets. It's starting at $19.99 plus VAT. So, Munione, if you want the real one, I can also sell that to you. Yeah, even as cancer robbed her of her health, that smile. My son, you're here. I'm like, yes, Mom, I've come from work. Okay, where were you? What did you do? She always wanted to know what I was doing. She loved me telling her stories about the news. And I was like, hang on, weren't you just on? Okay, that's Mom. And she prayed and she said thank you when I updated her of how Kenyans had been kind in supporting her, and with a blood drive, with the well wishes and the prayers. And I'll tell you this, there was a day things were so bad. I got so many WhatsApp praying for Mom. The next day she was good. She was much better, and she stayed strong for months onwards. But she was also very cheeky patient. Very, very cheeky. The nurses are there. I'm about to excuse myself because they want to give her medicine. And then she's looking at one of the nurses and she's like, so to the KNH staff, nawaomba msamaha, but you know your friend. And she made so many friends, from Cecilia to Baby, the ladies who used to bring her food, to the chef. I apologize for sneaking in osobuko, samahani, but she wanted it and I had to get it for her. That was my job. To the CEO, to the doctors and the nurses on the 10th and the 9th floor, I genuinely thank you all, but I also will not be coming there anytime soon unless I'm coming to volunteer for something. because I just realized the other day the smell is still lingering in my mind of the hospital corridors. I'd become so used to it. But Mom, ever the person, would always make people feel comfortable. Strangers I would find in her room, and I'm like, excuse me, who are you? And Mom's like, no, it's okay, you know, so okay, fine. And she'd be kind to them, she would pray. And I got to hold Mom, take care of her, oil her. Her sores. My Aunt Liz, you know, used to take a lot of care of us, sleep over many nights when she was in pain. And then there would be the dreaded phone call that I was hoping not to get, because I knew I had not done. Son, have you taken your mother juice? And that would be Auntie Martha. And then I would have to give reports. And I can't lie, because I don't know if she's in the hospital. So if I don't tell the truth, she will know. So I would just say, no, I didn't go. She says, okay, but make sure you did. And she was very supportive. And that's what Mom is. I mean, there's both sides of the divide of the political aisle. You never knew which side she stood for. You never heard her in any way, shape, or form wearing a color to represent one side or another. And I really, truly thank her for that, because it also made her trustworthy when she told you something. You know, you didn't doubt her motivations, you didn't doubt her motives. She was just about delivering the truth. And I am going to try and do a small little tribute to Mom, and kindly just indulge me. Good afternoon, this is... Come on, try one more time. Good afternoon, this is... with the lunchtime news. Mourners attend the funeral of a little girl from Zululu. Shock as my son finally decides to join media. I can't do it. I really can't. That would be her final bulletin. And I've rehearsed this for the past few months, and at the risk of breaking down, I will cut that short. I just want to say I love you all. Thank you very much. God bless you, and to my family. Dude, I'm not falling, chill. To my grandmother, you know, my mom was her favorite, and when my grandfather passed, my grandmother became my girlfriend. Now, her best friend has passed, so I hope to be her best friend, and we're going to stand together. And I just want to tell her that she shouldn't be sad. The two of us have got very many memories, and we've got many things to be warm for. My aunts, my cousins, my family, my friends, and especially to the committee that has been holding me. And actually, let me not call them committee, I just call them friends. I've had a lot of good friends who've, since Mom fell sick, have held me, and then those who have stepped up during these very trying times. Kindly just give them a round of applause, because and I told them this the other day, when somebody donates their time, not their wealth, but their time to support you, there is nobody who can give you anything better. And for that, I say thank you. God bless Mom, and to the church, Asanteni. This, I'd been out of the country for a while, so this is the first time I'm coming back in a long time. But Mom and I used to fellowship here fairly often, and it's bittersweet, but I thank God, and His ways are perfect, and I'll say thank you again. Asante.
Once more for Martin.
I forgot one thing, and this is actually a very personal one. To His Excellency the President, while you were DP 2015, my very good friend, the son of Mukisa Kitui, passed, Makari Kitui. And Makari and I had become very good friends. Actually, we started off at loggerheads, and then we grew into brotherhoods. It was quite good. And on that day, I was sat just minding my business, and the DP at the time, His Excellency President Ruto, graced the occasion, and I sat next to him. And he consoled me. One thing I noticed about the president is he read every page of the program. And he was asking me questions that I should have known, considering I designed the program. I printed it. I was like answering him back. And there have been a lot of speculations in media and rumors, and I do not wish to speak on behalf of the president. All I want to say is thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you so much as well. Ladies and gentlemen, very quickly now.